No, send it me in a text, please. Because I have something I want to do first. Hello. YouTube control panel. YouTube. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Hello, Bradley. I'm gonna continue the campaign. How are you all this Monday evening at 1928? Mr. Kiefer Buses, hello. Hello. Welcome to 2 Point Museum. That's a really good game, this. I like 2 Point games. My day's been weird. My day's been really weird today. I was on a different roster.
This is a museum. Sadly, that's a common one.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. Does something feel familiar? Then you must have exquisite taste.
Right. Let's have a look. Right, sorry about that. What it is the microphone runs through an engine, through a virtual meter, because I don't have a fancy DAC system. So if you knock the wire, which is damaged on if you knock the USB cable on the back of this blue Yeti mic, it goes. But the problem is, I have to reset the DAC, and then it takes like 3 or 4 seconds for the DAC to reset. And that's because somebody touched it. Didn't Daddy say not to touch it? He did. He politely asked you not to touch it. But you touched it. I don't know why there's notifications. Oh, you're going for your water. Open messages. I don't know why that's... And you touched it again. I don't know what I've done wrong with this one. Yeah. Right, let's return these to inventory for now. I'm not sure what's up with these. What are you doing? Sebastian? Right. Let's sell that room as well. Maybe that'll fix it. Right, Morgan. I can sense he's gonna touch it again. Hello, Bailey. Yeah, he's wouldn't to work with little ones, to be fair. He's alright. He knows normally not to touch things. But I think he's just having one of those moments. He's going through that age stage where he wants to be interacting with everything. So we tend to just find he wants to be like near all the time. Not Ben. How long?
Not Ben. Super shattered £2. Hello.
I need to change that. Long time no see, Ben. I need to change that Welsh accent because it sounds like he says super shattered instead of super chatted. How do I change the accent on that? It's I use Stream Elements, don't I? Dashboard SE. Stream Elements dashboard. How you doing, Ben? It's been a while since I've seen you in it, mate. Overlay gallery. Great. Super chat. Edit. Good evening, Bob's Vlog 24. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Stream elements. Latest currency. Text position. Good chat on Saturday. You must have loved that view. You won't stop mentioning that. Bailey, I cannot remember. I can't remember what you're on about, mate. I genuinely can't remember. Settings. I don't remember how to change the super chat. Oh, God. Advanced? No. When I used to Twitch, I could do all this off the back of, like, the back. But now... Da? You sprechen Sie Deutsch? Nein? Oh, we'll leave it. Super shattered will be the thing. We've super shattered you. Would you ever consider working for Stagecoach? If so, which part would you work for? I don't know. There's been discussions, like, because Rosie's from, one of the drivers, Rosie, is from Chorley Way, and she was like, the Chorley side would be a good idea. I think if it was going to be anything, it'd have to be probably Preston for me, because Preston's like probably my closest depot. but I don't know what Stagecoach are like for somebody. The topless guy that whistled it. Oh, I remember now. I don't know what Stagecoach are like for people like me who do videos. I don't know if they'd ever accept me. I come with a lot of baggage. He's really not happy. And at the same time, hey, he's knackered. He's knackered. Poor baby. And at the same time, I don't think I don't know. Like the only route Stagecoach that I really, really want to do is the Southport one. I really want to do the Southport one. I see Stagecoach drivers do TikToks. I believe they do, but I don't believe. I think Matt, the guy that runs, is probably the only one that has permission. It's really weird. Like I didn't have permission in the beginning from my company, and that caused a lot of trouble. I now kind of have, so I have permission. I just have working guidelines, which I'm working on trying to improve with them, because I want to make it better for everyone. So I don't know. It's especially going and leaving one company and then be like, hey, I want to do this, and they might be a bit like, why did you leave your last company? And did you see the new Sataros? Did you see my last video? Did you watch my last video? Did you see I had placed the Sataros in there, which surprisingly nobody seemed to shout at me for yet. Is it possible to do Rosendale routes in one day? Yeah. Oh, easily, Ben. Easily, you could do all the Rosendale routes. I saw a brief photo earlier, but it was a good P though. I think it looked good. X8 280 and be good to drive as well as the 59. The 59 I've been on. I like his video makes good. He really does. Again, I think I would love to collaborate with him. You know, he's got a big audience, and then obviously he's got a bit more permission than I have. But I'm trying to work with that, trying to figure out how I can get more into my videos. Consistency is probably definitely one. I spoke about this in the Discord yesterday with a couple of members. I need to be more consistent with the uploads. I mean, I know I'm just now I'm just doing a sporadic live stream. But it's a case of when I have the opportunity to do them, I will do them. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully going forward should be able to do more. To be fair, the black livery is decent, although hello doctor. I'm really not reading this chat very well. Sorry, photo. Is it possible to do all the Rosendale routes in one day? Yes, definitely could do. I didn't even notice which one it is. My last video had him in there. I prefer it when he was driving the Tridents as post the B network stock. Yeah, I mean, I'm really honest. I'd love it if my company would give us more to do. We have said come on. We want more to do, but it's a case of we have to do what they tell us, unfortunately. And there's not a lot we can fight on that. So I think I'd like to, if I was gonna do it somewhere, if I could do it anywhere, I think somewhere like Pilkington's would be kind of So these are not gonna work, are they? Are they not gonna work? I have to rearrange all this again. I just spent all that time rearranging it. No, things were like Pilkington's where you get the opportunity to drive a lot of older stock. Where's the Sataros going? The Sataros are heading to Flyer. The new Flyer buses. Items blocked. Fresh water filter. Fix invalid items. So yeah, they're going to Sataro's. Do Pikey still do Clivero? No, unfortunately, they lost a lot to Vision, which is a bit sad, really. You know, they lost a lot of the work to not reachable. Why does it think that nothing up here is reachable? I wonder if it's that. Yeah, it is. They lost a lot of the work, unfortunately, to Vision. Which the less we say about Vision, the better. I mean, I've got no bad feelings against Vision. It's not like I really hate Vision. I just think something doesn't quite add up correctly with them. And, you know, again, I appreciate the staff that work there. You know, some of them are our ex-colleagues. You know, so it's kind of hard to see what's good. You know, I don't want anything bad to happen to colleagues of mine, ex-colleagues of mine. I feel like something's not quite right with that. Hi, Aunt, I was on your bus that brought down Tuesday 2 weeks ago, 464-280. Did the engine cut out? Yeah, we lost, I don't know, it wasn't cutting out, I was losing power. We were losing a lot of power. So, what was happening was, I was accelerating, and the engine was just cutting out. It just wasn't happy. I'll just sell these. Look a bit. The engine was just cutting out. I was just losing all power from it. So Sebastian, listen to mummy. Listen to mummy. Do you want me to do it, mate? Do you want to brush your teeth? Spare me 1 second, guys. Oh, right. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth on a cold and frosty morning. It's not a cold and frosty morning, though, is it? Let's get those peggies. Oh, yeah. Bottom set. Bottom set. Come on, get into the bottom set. Sorry, guys, it'll be 1 second. Come on. Top set. You get in there. Open up. Open up. Look at me. Open up. Tongue. Bottom set. Good boy. No, you're not meant to eat the wipe. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Right. You can sit here with me for a minute. Right, so they have a solo dart still nice to them, still in use. I've heard that Stagecoach wants to do service to Cliverot via Aki, but no it came of it. Yeah, we heard something about that. The dart has gone. They sold the dart for like, I think it was like 10 to 16 grand. It was quite a shocking price that they sold the dart for. Because we were trying to get on it to ride it, and a lot of the Bye. Have a good night. I'll take you to nursery tomorrow. Yeah, a lot we wanted to ride the dart, but we just didn't get time to get to it because we were so busy with work and stuff. Me and Rosie wanted to ride it. And then they just sold it to some company down south. We were just like, huh, okay. It's gone. They got rid of it. Just like that. Which is a shame, really. It was a nice bus. It was well looked after until they crashed it into us. I think as far as getting an order for the 464, I heard a rumour about the standardisation being 400 MMC/EV deckers for the Citaros. Single, I also heard about a new order coming soon for, so you never know. So there's been a lot of, like, mismatched information. Are also planning on getting U-Tongues. I don't think we're getting U-Tongues. I think, so what happened with the U-Tongue was, 2 years ago we were desperate for buses. We just could not fix the buses.
What took you so long?
It wasn't the maintenance problem, nothing to do with them. They just couldn't fix them. And U-Tongue come along and they were like, do you want to borrow a bus? And Brendan at the time, who was the commercial manager, was like, yes, please. We were only meant to have it for 3 days. We ended up having it for 2 weeks. I will say this now. That is the most poshest bus I've ever... Yeah, it was from Cardiff, I think. Cardiff and Newport. That was the most poshest bus I've ever driven. It was beautiful. I genuinely loved it. I only drove it once. And I love this game for its witty banter. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I proper enjoyed driving that bus. I drove it maybe once in a bit. And I loved it. It was brilliant. Really good fun. I've not driven the new Volvos that they've got up, not the Volvos, not driven the Mercedes yet up at Harrogate. I don't think I'll get a chance to. Is that complete? Can we now build there? Not a chance to drive them yet, which is a bit of a shame, really. I'm kind of looking forward to hopefully maybe one day we will get the ability to build them. I have to build them to drive them. If and when the 464s get placed, where do you think the Versas will go? Off lease. I don't know. It's a tough one because what's been like rumored is 464 buses are meant to go. The whole shebang is they're not a very good bus. They're not a very good bus to drive. They kind of have their moments where they just don't work properly. And then you kind of just like stuck with them in the sense of like what you need to do to fix them. So the thing was they had to spend a lot of money to get them up to get them working. So I think this year they've spent something like £100,000 on them. A lot of money to get them to where they need them to be. However, now there's talk. I could have bought there, couldn't I? That would have been a nice bit of land. However, there's talk now that they might keep them, might put them on Irwell, because Irwell needs vehicles that are Euro 6 certification, stuff like that. But there's no guarantee. There's no like nothing's written in stone. Everything's dynamic and changing day to day. 1 week we're getting Mercedes, 1 week we're getting Avoras, 1 minute we're getting MMCs. It's just, yeah. If it was me and I ran the company, I'd have got rid of them a long time ago. The money they spent on them, the cost on like the engines. There's just been a really, really bad bus. I mean, yeah, the Airwells. The thing is with the Airwell Centauros, whatever they are, they're just an Eclipse with a different chassis, different body. The Eclipse fleet was way better. They should have kept them on instead of getting Versas. Yeah, I think Versas were just cheaper, and that's what it came down to. Versas just became a lot cheaper, and they just obviously cheaper. Then it's going to make life a lot more cost effective for the company, and I think they're also cheaper to the fact when it comes to run as well. I have a funny feeling they don't take up as much fuel as some of the other. Where's my staff? Really decorated cafeteria.
And now some news. Development at Bungle Technologies HQ came to a grinding halt today. It's been reported that CEO Sophie Nova meant to lock herself in her office for a power nap, but unknowingly sent the entire facility to lockdown. It's been several days.
Good evening, Anne. Good evening, Lee. Why are Blackburn able to run Eclipse Gemini 2s in the gym, but can't run them into gym? The ones that they run are Euro 6 compliant. So the
Disinterested guests are reminded that not everything has to be a party.
I was going to say, there's a tuna fork up there. I'm building another one. They're basically the converted, so they fit the Euro 6 compliance. Whereas the Airwell ones didn't. The Airwell ones were a lot older. I think they were about nearly 10 years older, weren't they? Oh, here we go. Cat's now found me. Right, let's put... Right, Flake. I really don't need you. Right. Needs Flake food. Can it survive? These need to be temper controlled. Dynamic fluids. This is the bit I always get confused with. If they can, once these don't want anything, do they? Hates aquaria plants and decorations, right? So I want to put that back in inventory because they don't like plants. That wants, yeah, wants aquarium coral decoration. Coral. Sorry, I stopped for it. If they use the old 464 fleet, it would be nice to increase service between Bury and Rottenstall. Yeah, I think Bury and Rottenstall doesn't get the love that it deserves. I think Bury to Blackburn, I think, should be more often. Someone got a great shot of the new Mercs on Flickr. a little brilliant between the two pictures. If you'd like to see them, I have two pictures actually. Bear with me 1 second because I don't want to open my my personal photo on stream. I know who got the pictures but I think personally I did just as well. I think I got a really nice picture. I just don't know what's next that way. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good picture. I tried to post it the other day on one of the fans' sites. But yeah. They're nice inside. They look really comfy inside. I'll give them that. They look like they're gonna be good vehicles. Whether we were saying though the other day, like, when has anyone ever reordered Citaros though? You know, when has there ever been when someone ordered a batch of Citaros and then ordered another batch? So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, I've never driven one. My first sort of like go on a Citaro was the when we went to Churro for holiday, and they had a park and ride system which had Citaros on. Harriets have a better interior, they're more comfortable, although yes, they are nice. Well, I think the sort of idea between the Harrogate ones is Harrogate's sort of like the premier brand, but the Flyer is basically a hop on hop off service. It's not designed to be, you know, sat on for ages. You've not gone electric yet? No, we've not gone electric yet. We're far away from electricity. I don't know when we'll go electric. What am I doing? I want some seats, don't I? For me, like you were just saying, then the Irwell. Don't start this.
Harvester super shattered £2.
Super shattered.
Here we go again.
The Irwell. What's the funny thing is random hybrids like being purchased in the UK after like 6 years. Evening, Ant. Hi, Harvester. Harry, what's the fully is random hybrids being purchased for the UK after like 6 years? Could do with really high mileage EVs, the 152. Totally agree. Have you drove an electric bus or car? I drove the Yutong. Never, hopefully, have the Eclipse engines roaring. I drove the Yutong back in. I don't actually know when we got the Yutong. Actually, I can't remember now. I drove it for an entire stint and a bit in the yard. I do agree with you on the 152. I think either the EMCCs or the street deck, electric street light, whatever they're called for 152's electric, really need there. I personally just don't think electric's the way to go. I think, you know, like if you get electric buses, for example, on the 35 or on the X43, how are they going to be in 6 years? Are they going to be manageable? Are they going to be able to operate correctly? June 2023, yeah, it was probably about right, yeah. Are they going to survive? Because we pass everything down. Whereas, like, the Eclipses, they're just there. They work. They just carry on going. Yeah, I think hydrogen is going to be the way to go, but the problem with hydrogen is getting the fuel and storing it. You know, there's an entire bus fleet.
News.
to the crumbly non-meat, non-veg,
has
non-taste
not
range.
got the thingy.
It's
Hydrogen would be better, like option. So yeah, it will be, but it's just having the
base packed with sumptuous powdery breadcrumbs and topped
what
with
you call it.
smooth,
It's having the
mix of singed butter, sugar, and flour.
the
ensures
ability
each
to
mouthful is packed with stodgy blandness.
you know, keep the thing going.
Hmm.
But it's a case of a lot of things like
Have a crumbly crumb pie instead.
no, don't get rid of the G2s on the hotline. Person, I don't like the idea of street decks.
To make.
And this is I don't like. I think the G2s on the hotline are the worst thing they've ever done.
While they still have time.
I saw a new hybrid in the deck. Yeah, there's some new hybrids in the thingy. Look, they're not ours. They are what you call it? They're flyers, buses. Maybe one day they'll become ours. I don't know. They haven't really told us what we're getting yet. There are more rumors that hydrogen buses for Burnley, although they haven't heard anything about it for a while. But there's all the whole big thing at Keighley a few years ago, weren't there, about hydrogen buses? They had a hydrogen on loan for a bit. But they're just the problem with the EL2, the G2s for me is they don't fit.
Celebrities visiting the museum.
They don't fit the service in the sense of we have an aging population, and it's a case of you've got an aging population and you've got one wheelchair bay. And that's it. That's all you've got. And you've got to rely on that. And if you get on with a pram and there's a wheelchair on there, you're being told to walk. There's no ifs or buts about it. It's just I just don't think they were. I think they were fine for the Manchesters, but they're not fine for the 152s. The 152s are busy. That's for us new ones in 464. I don't think they are for us yet. I think there's rumours that we're getting Volvos, but again, I'll see it when I believe it. It's either going to be Volvo or botany expert. Botany expert. Okay. What we not got? I'm gonna lose someone. I might as well not lose everyone. They would be good on the Red Express with an increased service. Totally agree. A1, A2, A3, X89, and X89. What services do you think they'd be good on? MCs would be decent for the 464. Bought a PS5 on Saturday. Money well spent. Get Roadcraft when it comes out. That looks like a very good game. Coming out on the PS5 on 20th of May. I don't know. EMCs were decent for the 464. I saw a shot of the Mercs on Flickr. NGs, they are long. I thought they were about the same size as Eclipse. Yeah, I think they're about the same size as an Eclipse. Bear with me 1 second, because I hear the sound of my own voice sometimes, but just pause. Let's have a look. Let's have a look again. YouTube. View your channel on YouTube. What is it? Do we catch him in the morning? They look a little bit. They're a bit shorter, they're a bit longer than the Versa. But only, they're about the same size as the Volvo then. because the verse was shorter. See, I'm gonna get so much. What Volvos were the rumours for 464? Evoros, the new ones, MVC. Yeah, did I cut the bit out where I go in it? Yeah, I did. I didn't splice that very well. There's a bit where I go in there. They look posh. There is a bit of the video where I actually go in there, but I don't have it on me. Otherwise, I'd load it up and show you. They're nice inside. I think MCV Evora. Yeah, I think that's one of the rumors. There's like 10 rumors about what they're thinking of getting. And it's we don't know when they're coming or what time they're coming. They just keep saying, "Oh, you know, September." But when in September, we've no idea. You know, have you had WMC Preston? Do you have the WMC Preston's Carlisle and Trace World? I don't think I do at the moment. I can picture them in Red Delivery Express. I don't. I need to probably have a look. They need to be reliable. Yeah, they do. That's the major concern with them. We need reliability, and we've not had reliability on the 464. It's
Guests feeling bored are reminded that they're not all that.
And that is something they definitely need to fix. A fast MVC of what would be mint. I mean, anything at the moment would be mint. Anything that allows us to do the job properly and not worry.
On 2 Point Radio. Next week is 2 Point Radio's call-in spectacular. Consider yourself warned. Yes,
I knew I'd lose a staff member on it. It'll be good. Bring out the Class 86. I think should have more info this week. They bring out Class 86, are they? Ooh. I need to play Trim Sim World more. It was a bit choppy on the old PC. I can't remember if it runs that. If it runs any better on the 1080. On this, I've got a new PC, so I don't know if it runs actually better. But I was considering getting a new graphics card. But the prices are ridiculous. So, yeah, I think I looked at a 1080, a 4060 or no, I didn't look at 4060. I looked at a 5070 and it's like nearly £1,000.
Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
Yay! Making profit. Exhibits may have more and more buzz bonuses, particularly buzz criteria that met if the buzz. If you need to buzz, select the exhibit and then click the buzz tab. Great quality base buzz. Yeah, put some pics on Discord server. They have released general off topic discussion. Yeah, stick them on. I've no mods in this, have I? Assistants needing a gift shop. I should have 2 assistants. Yeah, they're there. They're just filling it up. Chill out, guys. Activate buzz bonuses. Oh yeah, activate a buzz bonus on it.
Why not come back tomorrow? I'll be here.
I don't know how to do that one. I have to Google it. Have you seen the LZW4 Ant? I haven't.
Team returning from 2 Point C.
Oh, that's a shame. What? Can you only have one? Mm. Is it because the room has not enough filter power?
Disinterested guests are reminded that not everything has to be a party, okay?
Ooh, Koppenberg. Thank you. Oh, yeah, you might as well. Thank you. Let me find them. Ugh. So you can only have one. I can't believe I'm communicating through Morse code. I can just see it popping up in the side. You can just randomly see it in the side of my eye. I don't know Morse code, I'm sorry.
Security guard to empty donation stand. There's money in it for you.
We need to hire another. Another person, don't we? Because we lost one. I don't know how to improve this. Like, we're not. I can't, but. I can't. There's not much. I tell you what, there's not much engagement tools with thingy. And apparently, it's set at the wrong chat status. Brody bus. Let's have a look, see. Minus 58 profit, staff wages, monthly grant. God, making a loss.
Guests are reminded that I'm not that familiar.
I don't want to guess, I want staff.
Before we go, there's just enough time for Sir Nigel Reviews. Our subject, today's show. In his latest episode, Bickleworth brought his effortless best, charming listeners with boundless charisma and wit unending. 1 part newspaper, 2 parts dinner party. Its reputation as the finest show on radio is no small coincidence, and something people really should say more often. No doubt we'll be tuning in tomorrow for what is sure to be another world-class broadcast. 5 golden Nigels out of a possible 5.
What shifts are better, weekdays or weekends? Ooh. For me, I like weekdays.
Announcement. We're currently not taking donations. Not as many as we could. Donation stands are full.
My reasoning for that is because right, that's everyone's happy. I like weekdays better because the timetable's much more much more like focused in the sense of what job it has to do. The weekend ones, especially Sundays, they're terrible. They're out of line so badly.
Guests should stop feeling paranoid. Unless you're a thief, you can keep going.
We need to get hire a botanist, don't we? Yeah.
Leaving for thorough investigation.
Weekends can be fun.
Sometime.
It's just depending on like, yeah, it depends on like what's going on. Receive bronze in county archive. Remember what the names times pop users by selecting the map bottom. No, we used to get. Where's the map?
Assistant needed in the.
Right, county archives protect criminals.
A
So
new
makes sense.
pop-up exhibition opens its doors today. The small spin-off of one of the county's museums won't be here for long, so see it while you can.
Right. Okay. So I used to do security for these exhibitions. Failed a long time. Failed time and time again. Donations gone. Exhibits gone. Right. Let's build. Wall there. Start there. Let's have a look. So. Oh, great.
2-point radio.
Higher. More stuff. Right. Sorry, I know probably this is not like the greatest game, but it's kind of the game I enjoy. I like these sort of games where I can just sit back, talk to you guys, and play, if that makes sense. Right. Can I take a loan? Alright. I want to build another security room. Then I want to build more cameras.
Wolfman, Harrison Wolf. Half wolf, half man, half disembodied voice. On the radio, I technically have no physical presence, and that's just the way I like it. You can't stop what you can't find. More elusive radio after this.
The plants are not talking to you, though they may be talking to each other.
What's the ticket price? What's that the ticket price again? Right. Sorry, I'm miles away. Whoa. Miles away, so I just completely zoned out for a second. That's why I like these type of games.
You're reminded that the prehistoric period was absolutely ages ago.
Probably not a good idea to spend all that money though, is it? I'm surprised actually. It started with Sim Tower, Sim City for me playing these kind of games. I was mocked so badly as like a young adult for liking these type of games. The gilded area close to the museum golden maulers that enter through holes in the ground. Once they've stolen the mauls will head back to the hall.
Thieves were caught before they could escape with an exhibit. That was a close one.
I feel like I need to put a chair. Well, maybe a chair down there.
Guests found discussing the museum's insurance policy will be asked to lighten up.
Yeah, I mean, SimCity was a good game. New crime in the area, caught Jake him in Boogeyman. Mistresses back through the toilets, they have no shame.
Time to hear from one of the wolf pack. This is from Chunk in an undisclosed location. What's the deal with fish? Some of those guys are crazy. They aliens or what? Hey, I like your thinking, Chunk. The ocean is a lot like another world. A dark, soggy, strange kind of world, sure. That's some sort of factually accurate. But, like all facts, we can only assume it's secretly lying to us. The only question is, what about?
I'm really struggling with this one. They're everywhere, aren't they?
The museum apologizes for all the litter, but I'm not sorry. Not anymore. Announcement. Stolen exhibit has been retrieved from thieves. No one takes our stuff.
Yeah, it's very difficult watching all these.
Do not worry about museum surveillance. There's a camera in here, and you don't hear me complaining.
Don't have any secures.
Someone is stuck in the museum. They may need dislodging.
Oh, security guard's going. That's a lot to put up with, isn't it? 16 thingies. Maybe cut some staff costs.
Security guard, empty donation stand. There's money in it for you. Attention. Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
We're not making lots of money, but I had to cancel. I had to cancel some contracts, man. They were getting out of hand.
Litter does not belong on the floor, and yet here we are.
Try and make sure nothing gets stolen.
Thieves escaped with one of our exhibits, a bit like that film.
Oh, I want to buy Dennis Trident, but one ELC one, but funds say no. For what? What, an actual?
And again. If you need more cash and fewer questions, then you need Swindles. Other loan companies will have you jumping through hoops. But we're here to make sure our sky-high rates are in reach for everyone. Swindles. It's so easy. It's like you're robbing us.
Let's spray pepper on them. I can't believe we lost one exhibit.
Museum
Oh, an actual decker. Bloody hell, mate.
Security are operating.
Let's quick save. Takes it to desktop. How much is the dentist then? I've actually looked at buses in ages, like buying a bus. How much to buy a bus? Buses for sale. UK. I still can't believe Mellors. They cost that much. 124,000. Yes. Should I buy my own bus? Start my own, like, coach business. Shuttling people to and from work. How much £16,000 for a 12 plate solo? These always surprise me. It's 2005 Geminis. You know, like £24,000. Oh, now that. Well, it's like more of an ambulance than anything. That might be worth it. I don't think I can ever buy an Optare. I've had too much bad experience with them. I wish I had the ability to drive. I wish I was at the time where I was with Rozo, where we had all the different buses that they had in the past. Because that would have been fun. Everyone watching donate 1k each to buy an bus. Mate, the amount of money YouTube would take off me for that. I think we'd only see about 400 quid per donation. It really would. The amount of money they take is ridiculous. Like, I often wonder if the bigger streamers get away with like a reduced rate in take home and stuff, but yeah. Get a nice little minibus or something and do like a minibus. 10 grand for a minibus isn't too bad though. But it just depends what mileage it's done on it. 66 is barely anything. Um, 10 grand for a minibus is nothing these days though. Compared to 89,000 for a, you know, coach. I suppose there's more money to be made in a coach. Oh god, Plaxton didn't think about what it was doing, did they? When they built some of these Mercedes-Benz things, they just decided, let's be ugly. Did it up to 80%? Honestly, it's like this. It's even through the other side. We looked at Stream Elements, like the donations through Stream Elements, and I'm an open book with you guys. I'll tell you, like, if you want to donate, you want to donate. You know, it's understandable. You know, if you want to support, you want to support. But honestly, this you know, you want to support, but the amount of money. Yeah, Blackstone Point is fine. They're nice. That's what thing he had, wasn't it? What? But they're expensive. 12 grand. I won't pay it. I think they sold that that's gonna be a model, isn't it? Yeah. They sold that one from thingy for a lot of money. That's not bad, 5.5 grand. That would have been worth a purchase. But yeah, we looked at like the other ways of doing it, and don't get me wrong, like I'm all for people wanting to donate. I used to donate to people that I like to watch stream, and part of me is like, do I go back to Twitch for streaming? And the only reason I don't know, I'm tempted to move back to Twitch, but I can't remember if my Twitch account is. If my Twitch account is still partnered. So I don't actually remember if I'm still a partner on Twitch. Just ignore all that. I didn't realise that. Oh. Might be. And just casually open all you fucking details on stream, man. Way to dox yourself again. Probably still affiliated. Yeah, but again, I can't remember. I never got a payout from Twitch. Oh, maybe I did. I can't remember. Twitch was a bitch to get payouts from. Let's have a look. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for my Sage HR. That is my. Partner takes a lot of work though to get to. Yeah, no, I remember it's still at the right address, aren't I? I forgot I don't fucking tax this. I knew it'd come up and I just hadn't had time to do it. Yeah, clarify. Right, let's have a look. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been on here. Let's have a look. I don't even know hard to find with if you still are. The prices. Let's have a look. Have they expired? I know for example, I did quite a lot on it. Yeah. Maybe we go back and Twitch. I just wonder if any revenue from the previous. I wonder if all my previous revenue's gone. Because I was sat just before the payment threshold. Last time I twitched. Oh well. If I've lost it, I've lost it. Oh no, there we go. Still holding it for me. Huh. Maybe restart twitching. Do you guys prefer Twitch or YouTube? Like, I started Twitch a long time ago. I twitched mainly during the COVID era. When I worked for Enjoy Technology, part of BT. And we got quite good at it. We did really well. We were constantly like 100, 200 people in the stream. And I got partner really quickly. Or whatever the first level is, and then I got fed up. I got into a community group, and this is one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made. I got into a community group with people who were like, ooh, look, it's got my name on it. Part of trying to like help each other out, and it got really toxic really quickly. It's like the family group or something. I can't remember what it was. And it was, in fact, one of the Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, I know I can use both, but I just choose not to. Yeah, and it got really toxic, and I got to the point where I was like, it became, not painful, but it became to the point of where like I almost dreaded it, and I got into an argument with someone. In fact, the guy that ran it, his dad works at Transdev. Says it all, doesn't it? And I've had the YouTube channel for years, and I've never really done anything with it. And I was like, let's try and do something with it. So yeah, I decided to just YouTube and then grow it from there. And like having an audience on YouTube and then trying to get that audience over to Twitch is always the hardest thing. What's the studio suggesting? Studios. Oh, is the audio gone again? Can you hear me, guys? That's my take. Yeah, can anyone hear me? I don't know if it's coming through. Says it if. What's the deck? Says it's coming through. Good evening, DM Transport. Didn't know you were on Twitch. Right, takes a lot. Part just yeah, can you? Good. No, I just got a notification from YouTube Studio going, your bitrate is 0 for audio. I'm not playing any music in the background, because that's another thing. It was a lot easier to play music in the background on Twitch. Twitch was a lot more lenient for a while. And then it became, oh my god, that's ugly. I don't understand why people get Mercedes-Benz. Convert them into buses. Just keep it as a... So yeah, it was just one of those. It's just, when I did YouTube, I was like, I'll do YouTube, and then start the YouTube, and then then do the Twitch on the side of the streaming platform and try and cross pollinate. But yeah, with this community group I was in, it was just toxic. It was just so toxic. Like, the guy that ran it, his partner was a friend of mine, and she was like, "Come on, get involved. You know, you want to stream?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." Oh, that's nice. Never seen a 300. Cab was a bit weird. So yeah, it was just a case of I tried it, didn't like, and then did it for like 12 months, and then it was a bit of like, it got really toxic, and I was just like, no, can't be bothered with this. And Twitch Wars Kick is now the place to have music in the background. Yeah, I mean, put the pics of the A627 off the topic server. And then the Discord. Which part of the Discord at the end? Ooh. Sorry, King. I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, they look nice, them. I don't know. I can't remember. Harry Transport videos, long time no see, sir. Yes, very long time no see. I know, I'm sorry. They're very lovely. I like how weathered it is as well. That's nice. That there again, and it's one of those. It's yeah, you know, it's very realistic, isn't it? Long time no see. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been so busy producing videos. I've just not had time to stream. A lot of the time with the streaming is right. Is as bus drivers, you obviously you're on a roster line and you're working your way down, and there's very little time that you get. You come home after a 12-hour shift and you're like, "I'm make tea," and you then put Sebastian to bed and you're like, you know, right, I'll jump on, and then you're like, "Oh, but I've got to be up for work tomorrow." That just closed down. So I just get very tired, and I just think, and then a lot of the Wednesday shifts I've had off, because I just need to get used to the tap changer. I'll have a look at it when it comes. Are you going to go to the Rail Gathering event? And which one's that? DM Transport. I'm not aware of that one. Get on a Wednesday, and then like you look at your next shift for the day after, and you've been put on a 4 o'clock start, and you're just like. Pfft. And I've always said if I'm going to do something, I don't want to do it half-assed. You know, I don't want to come on here and be like, oh, you know, hi guys, you donate, eat, sleep, bus drive, repeat. Yeah, you know it's like, Doctor. But I don't want to come on here and be like, you guys donate, you know, enjoy the content, you know, and just put in subpar content, because it's not what it's about. I like talking to you guys. I like talking to all of you, hearing your stories, reading the comments, going through everything, you know, on YouTube. And the members will know this, and anyone that's a mod, because they can see the mod stuff in the thing. Like, when I'm producing the content, I'm trying to produce the best I can produce, and it really frustrates me when I don't hit that 1,000 target. I told a lot. I said to talking to who was I talking to last night? I like the interior of that Stagecoach Eclipse facelift coach. Alright, wasn't it? I always give myself like the target of reaching 1,000. Set speed to 80 kilometers. That's very reassuring. Yeah, I set myself these goals to make reach 1,000 YouTube views on my channel. And I'll be honest, I'll show you the back end of it. I don't mind showing you the back end of the thingy. The analytics wise things, like, I get really good peaks. Alright, that's probably because I've not published anything. That week I was off and I had nothing to make. because it was Sebastian's birthday. The shorts seem to do really well. I'll try and do a bit more gaming, but I don't know. I don't know about the gaming. But then you get some content that just, like, I mean, I know I've released it late on Sunday. It's my own fault. The reach is okay. The engagement is about the same. But it's just like that first bit of engagement, like, still people watching it. But you can go and look at, like, this one. The engagement, the reach just went, well, it got there a bit quicker. And some of them I get, and maybe it's just me for not, maybe consistency is the key. Maybe I really need to be consistent. But, like, this one randomly did well. And that was just, I released that randomly, you know. In the first day, it went to 9,000 people. So I don't know, sometimes and it just knocks me for 6. And I'll be brutally honest, it knocks me for 6. Short is the best way to go. If it goes slower than 80 kph, it goes boom. Blackburn sold the B10s yet? I don't know. I'm trying to get a video made on them because they're still in the yard. But it's just having the time. It's trying to do it when there's no one in the yard, because there's a lot of people come over and they're like, you can't say that. You can't do that. And we won't recommend. And it's like, just let me do it. I edit all the crap out I say anyway, 9 times out of 10. There's very few times I leave any of the rubbish in. Hence why you get choppy cuts. Because I'll have said something and gone, I shouldn't have said that. I think shorts is the shorts. I mean, I'll show you the shorts. But the problem with the shorts is, where is it? Your channel now. Where is it? Your videos. The problem with the shorts is, you go to the analytics on the shorts. Let's say, for example, this one. This is a really good short. It brought nothing in. So though it got 1.8k, it didn't bring an audience member in. Like, and that's the bit I want. That's the cliche bit that I need. That was my video. Where? On the homepage. Yeah, Harry Transport. See, I watch people's content. I watch everyone else's content, and I'm not trying to copy anything. I do watch other people's content. I don't comment all the time, so I'm a bit finicky with that. But like, the shorts tend not to bring. I think that might have been the only short, yeah, this week that's brought somebody in. So it's I don't know. Some of it I'm thinking, is it the you block yourself on YouTube,
Peter
Cameron.
Moldhouse super chatted £1.99. Bloody YouTube.
Shame you don't get more RPM. The RPM can be really good. I mean, I'll look at one of the if we go to let's go to the one at Christmas. This one that Cameron featured in. I've no problem showing the RPM because everything gets reinvested. 58 quid. That did fantastic. That was a really good video. And the RPM was high on it. But that was like one video on Christmas Eve that blew up. And what it did do is it brought in 243 new subscribers. But getting that, you'll get yourself banned again. That's a once in a blue moon.
Super chatted £1.99. Should I piss in the sink?
Not really. It's not really hygienic, is it? You know, they're once in a blue moon. What do you call it? And you got shadow banned. Have you tried posting shots on TikTok? I have, but I didn't get much response to them. Again, it's like cross pollination. Are they gonna pull in? and I want to always send traffic into the YouTube channel, not out of the YouTube channel. Pete, no, behave. It's Cameron. It's not Pete. It's Cameron. Cameron got shadow banned because he keeps typing things like "go and buy a prostitute," and YouTube keeps shadow banning him. Are you doing Flickr photos tonight? We can have a look at some Flickr photos if you want. Your friends piss on the floor at concerts. No, they don't.
Peter Moldhouse super chatted £1.99. Your friends piss on the floor at concerts.
They don't. They don't. Because I like metal music. I like all music, and I went to watch a metal concert. He now thinks everybody in the metal industry. I think TikTok, you need follow trends. Yeah, I mean, do you not think TikTok's all about sales, though? Like, let's just, I don't know if I can open TikTok on my phone. I'm glad I have some photos coming into my Flickr shortly. But like, I always feel like it's an advertisement from this is going to be a good game. I always feel like you get so far down and you get an advertisement from a what you call it, someone trying to say to you like, oh, get said thing. Yeah, it was Slipknot. I went to watch Slipknot and he was telling me that all our friends piss on the floor. You know, everyone's trying to sell you something. Sweets trying to sell you something. I just always feel like when I go on TikTok, it's everyone's trying to sell you a little bit of things, so I tend to stay away from it. Right, someone said to me, well, got one of those new buses and serves at DNG. Oh, DNG, I am going down to DNG in a few weeks, I think. Thoughts on GTA 6? Looking forward to it.
Moldhouse super chatted £1.99. Thoughts on GTA 6?
I'll be looking forward to when it releases. I will absolutely, yeah. Wasn't supposed to say judging. Oh, it took us gone downhill judging, full of begs live. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you, Bob. Totally agree with you. It's yeah, it's not what it used to be. I mean, it was a good place for content. Give us a shout when you come to DNG. Might tag along with flag. Yeah, that's fine, mate. The reason I'm going down to DNG is I'm right in saying DNG is in Warrington, isn't it? They're in Warrington, aren't they? Stoke-on-Trent, Cheshire. Yeah. I'm sure they are. One of my mates has just moved to them, so I'm going to try and see if we can get on his bus. I want to do the Eltram to Macclesfield route by DNG. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how many drivers they have. I know he might be in Cheshire. I'm sure it's Cheshire.
Peter Moldhouse super chatted £1.99. Can you unban my other's account? I will
It's
behave.
not banned. It's sat was in some. Just bear me a second. I'll see if I can figure it out again. It took me ages last time to figure it out where it goes. It doesn't go into like a ban thing. It goes into like settings, and you get sort of like shadow banned, community moderation, and you've. Yeah, right. But that's the last time I'm unblocking it. They have contracts in GM and Cheshire. Yeah, Crew also have some vehicles too. So if you pop down Crew, you can meet. Yeah, I can always say hello. But yeah, so he works down there now. One of my favourite colleagues. So I was like, do we just go down and just like drive around and try to find him and wind him up? Stockport to Buxton. It sounds interesting. There's that one. There's that one from Carlisle to get out of Inspector. Carlisle to Scotland, isn't there? can't remember if it's Scotland or... There's a bus that leaves Carlisle and it goes somewhere like over this way up to Haymarket.
Cam._.4302 super chatted £1.99. Why will you not unblock again? I pay to insult you.
You might pay to insult me. But it's not nice when I have to keep wake up every bloody morning and be like, you know, look at the comments that you've posted. Arriva. The good buses, just Arriva colours. Just hate Arriva colours so much. I mean, I don't really like that flyer colour, but it's a bit better. I thought you meant Carlisle to Newcastle. There is a Carlisle to Newcastle, but I'm sure Cam, didn't you do the Carlisle to Scotland one? I just remember there's one that goes. It goes a weird way, and it's meant to be like one of the longest bus routes, but it's meant to be really nice. The Sapphire one is the best. I just don't like a lot of Arriva liveries. I just think they look tired, in my opinion. They come across tired. 57604. That's 576. Castle. Sure, that's what. Where was that at? Southampton to Leeds. Most of our Omni-Cities have been withdrawn, only 6 left in the fleet. Omni-Cities are weird anyway, they're a weird looking bus, but I just think so to me, it's just it's just the colours of the livery. I'm just not a huge fan of the colour. I just don't think it ages very well. Like, it shows dirt and damage up. Carlisle to Edinburgh.
Cam._.4302 super chatted £1.99. It's Carlisle to Edinburgh.
I'm not trying, you dick. Who's it with though? What company? X59. X95. Borders buses. Come here. Swine. Google, what are you... So what's it like on a normal day then? So... Same with the stage. I prefer the beach ball. To be fair, I don't mind the new stagecoach livery. It's growing on me. 8:15 gets you at 11:55. I mean, that's doable, that, isn't it? I mean, that is really doable, that. Whether you'd want to do it all in one go, though. A bike bay as well. I think you'd think I need to do that. Didn't think you could get a direct bus to Carlisle. Yeah. When you get a chance to have a look at the colours on the... I'll hear your thoughts. Is it by coach? No, it's they're MMCs, aren't they? They're like the number 1 buses. Ah, yes. Perfect. Perfect colour for a bus. Beautiful colour. Cannot fault it. Just reminds me of traditional buses. It's what most municipal bus companies look like where I lived for a long time. I mean, its previous livery wasn't that bad. You know, even if it wasn't it, you know. But no, reminds me of Blackburn Bus Company back in the day. God, that's the packed bus, isn't it? That's not it, Ant. Change it to the most recent law. Oh, okay. It is. Oh, is it DNG? Is that the most recent one? 200 E200 EMC. Is it in silver? I'm preferring its old colour. Again, DNG, the red can look a bit like it's not well loved. I don't want to. How are you? Flickr's starting. Yeah. I don't need to sign up for free. I already have a Flickr account. 1 second. Close you. Log in.
Cam._.43U2 super shattered £1.99. The bus is on the X95 and knackered but still nice.
I suppose they would be though, wouldn't they? Because I can imagine they get. Are you considering the X8? The X8? What's the X8? Is that Poole to Blandford, Newcastle to Blythe, Wolverhampton to Birmingham? You gotta give me more feedback than that. There's one that I wanted to do with Rosie. Me and Rosie were talking about doing the countryside one from Stagecoach up to where is it? Cumbria or something. I don't know. I was going to the Lake District for the day. But then I feel really bad for leaving my wife with a baby. Jolly to Kiswick. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I was probably excited. Yeah, we are doing it probably at some point. It's just getting time and then feeling bad for leaving the partner behind. I have a love-hate relationship with Mercedes-Benz. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice. It's a nice, like, mural and livery on it. But they're just not. I don't know, I just don't like them. I just think they're ugly. You know, you're either a van or you're a bus. Shut up, Cam.
Cam._.43U2 super shattered £1.99. The Chorley to Keswick route is for losers.
You're a loser anyway. You'd love to go on it. There's a model shop at the top of it. Sell some nice trains. 555 is also good, but it takes 3 hours without going by the M6. The thing is, like, I don't mind a bus ride. I don't mind going on buses. I've travelled on buses most of my life. Even when I got my car license, I still had went on buses. But 3 hours is like pushing it. Like, we had some crazy ideas, like using like Flexbus, because Flex buses go all over the world. I mean, I was like thinking, do we do something stupid and go to like Germany? Do something stupid. But then you're looking at like how much it's gonna be, and like how long it's gonna be. 30 hours, and I mean they got quite a few places to go to. To be fair though, Antwerp wouldn't be a bad shout. But 15 hours on a bus. I don't think I could do 15 hours on a bus. Where's the transfer? 2 stops. Transfer time 1 hour 30. Get an hour. Get an hour. Just an hour in there. Yeah. Probably. I could probably do that one because most of it's on a ferry. Well, a good bit of it's on a ferry, innit? Get a good bit on a ferry. Takes a while though. Flexbuses also went from Glasgow to Europe and did Night Express. Glasgow to the rest of them was Flexbus.
Cam._.43U2 super shattered £1.99. Flixbuses for monkeys.
I can't tell if that was a racial dig or what, but that was unacceptable. So you are timed out for the time being. How far can you go with Flexbus? I travelled around Europe, slept on the coach bar one night. I mean, to be fair, you can get to Rome for 165 quid. You know, getting back might be a problem. Round trip. What's a round trip to Rome? Is that cheaper than flights? £236. So what's a flight to Rome? Now, prices aren't going to go up, you dickhead. Flights to Rome, 53 quid round trip. Nah, I think I'll just, hey, Ant, I'm going to go in min. Sorry, that's just about above if you don't mind. So, oh, sorry, mate. Going to send 2 videos on the Discord and put in the bus pictures discussion, which shows the difference between Alison and Voice MCs. You can check out, and if that's for me from that. Sorry, mate. I got stuck with all the, What are you using to edit there as well?
Peter Moldhouse super chatted £1.99. Why did you call me a Nazi on the train?
I didn't call you a Nazi on the train. Second one's a voice, isn't it? What are you editing with there anyway? Adobe Premiere Pro. Somebody's got money. Somebody's got money. I can't afford to apply. I don't use Skyscanner. I use Google Flights. Google Flights is brilliant. They did a cheap flight near Spain for under a tenner. Oh. And the second one is an Alice one. The first one is Voice with loads of turbo flutter. Oh, okay. The turbo flutter sounds amazing. Oh, turbo flutter is amazing. I don't think I've ever been, really any good at getting decent flights on thingy. Now I've got Cameron texting me the cracked version. If yours ever stops working, I use DaVinci, and DaVinci is fantastic. It's free. You don't need a license. It's up to 4K. It's brilliant. Like, such a fantastic bit of kit. Really good fun to use. Really easy to edit in. Really brilliant. This is a video I don't think it ever got released, did it? Or if it did, I don't remember. I don't think it continued. I've never been able to get good flights with Skyscanner. I've never managed it. I used to use Premiere when I worked in what do you call it? Well, maybe it is better. Norway. Don't care. Anywhere in Norway. Love to go to Norway. CapCut is good. Yeah, but it leaves a massive watermark unless you pay for it, doesn't it? I'm sure it leaves a watermark in it if you don't pay for it or something. Got one more for you in the Discord. Older Cummings versus. Ooh. Let me just read what this idiot. What? Evening, sir. Hope you're well. From Andy, your local Hull bus driver. Hello, Andy. Good afternoon. Evening, sir. Hope you're well. It was racial discrimination. It was, yeah. I thought so. Please unmute. You are unmuted. If you weren't talking, you're unmuted. Screen record it. Crop with WM what? Screen. Let's have a look. Oh, cool, man. I've left it running. They just sound like our verses at work. You've been unmuted, otherwise you won't be talking. If you go for about 20 seconds. Sorry, it's a bit long. That's fine. I'll watch it later.
Cam._4302 super chatted £1.99. Sorry for my past racial comments.
Just your views are your views. You don't have to share them with everyone sometimes. I can't change people's minds, and I'm not going to. So just keep them to yourself. Is that how much they want for it? Is that ADL that we had? Do you know that might be that ADL we had? No, it's not. It's got seatbelts. Is that ADL? Have we still got that ADL? Have we still got that ADL? Or is it gone? It's gone, hasn't it? Ah. Good night, Raz, mate. Cheers, thank you very much. I was the city bus manager, so he was going, obviously, doing the bus driving job myself. I know you have very little time in the day.
99 pence. The Holocaust did happen.
Yes, I know it happened. My great-grandfather, my great-great-uncle was part of World War II, and he was a prisoner of war in Italy. Just captured behind enemy lines. It's going well. Stagecoach. Ooh. Yeah, I was going to tonight. I was going to sit down and actually finish the what's that? Oh, that's that. Do I need that open? I was going to finish the tweaking of the game for the scenario for Rock City evening, because I've played it for a few days now, before mating. I didn't even see what it was then. Yeah, in the scenario, I've not finished it yet. I need to tweak some of it, because it was paying out too much. You could really win the game with this one really quickly. So, I'm going to fix. I need to put them in more debt. I might put them in 165,000 debt. And I just need to fix subsidies to default. And I'm going to put passenger and... No, not... Them up to make it much harder. Because I played through it. I played through it a couple of weeks ago, and it was it became too easy. I was like, too stupid advert came on. I missed what you started to say. It's quite restarts. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I needed to tweak. I forgot there's adverts on YouTube, isn't there? I needed to tweak the I think this is it. Oh, this is the one. Is it it? Yeah. This is the scenario in test. And I don't have to take any of the lawns out, but the subsidy is like, it was too high. It was paying out too high. It's funny, I do the job daily, but it's do like going on this simulator for the free time. Yeah, it's honestly, I think I spent like 100 hours in it. I start recording episodes and I run away with it. But it's like, I've been able to like electrify the routes really easily, like, and expand really easy. So I think it was just a bit too easy. So I want to increase the difficulty to help people keep playing. But the amount of money we're bringing in, like, you look at the first day, 50 grand, and then it was 70, 94. You didn't stay in debt long enough. So you just didn't stay in debt long enough, so it was like a case of yeah, so I just need to tweak it and then replay the scenario. And then what I'm going to do is replay the scenario, see if it works, and then record it as a series. That was the plan of it, is to record it as a series. It's too easy at Southport there. There's not much. There's not, but you can get down to Liverpool dead easy on it. And the demand... Evening, Anne. Hello, transport couple. The demand in the centre's quite harsh. Then you can get down to Formby, and there's quite a big area: Ormskirk, Skelmersdale, Purball. So you can get over to Wigan and Preston quite easily. So I thought to myself, it's a bit of a different kind of map. I think, obviously, you've even got Living St Anne's opening up, and you can have up to quite a few tiles. So I thought maybe, depending on how, you know, powerful your machine is, you might be able to do a Living to St Anne's via Preston. Dead easily. So again, if I go into, what I'll do is I'll go back into scenario builder. I'll see if I don't want to open the map up too much, because opening the map is what, you know, can cause a thingy. I don't want it to well, I don't know how many people actually played the other one, the Rebuilding Rosendale Company, because I didn't really look into that, the numbers of that. So, like, I'll just quickly pause it. Where's the research tab? Is there any other simulators that I have heard of an airport one? I was in the airport one. For me, the sort of simulators I like, and there is an old bus one that I've not played for years. So if I just quickly do like 4 map. I just worry that when you do like 10 of these, it starts to compress the data too much. South. There was a bus one many years ago. That was really good. So, with a few open, Shevington Standish, Coppell, Buckshaw Village, Bamber Bridge, Thornton Moss, Preston. You unlock Preston City Centre as well, which I thought was a good area to expand to. Which then starts to give you Living St Anne's, and even then, if we go like research and we go north, I don't know if it'll need west a bit on it. I think it's one of those areas where you've got quite a dense, map. Then you can start opening up bits of Blackpool. So it's quite a weird, like, you've got Preston's a city, and I mean, you could even probably squeeze if you go east more. Bits of Blackburn in there. Go east 2 blocks, I reckon, 2 map updates. You probably will squeeze in. I've made the mistake of buying the full version of the game, so I was so tempted to uninstall it and buy the original basic version of the simulator that you're currently using. I have the full game. I have all the DLC. They gave me the DLC for free. I only paid for one of them. Scenario editor is just basically the what you call it, is building the scenarios for yourself. So you look at that, you can get that. I think, you know, everyone was saying like, oh, you know, that's a big playable area to unlock there. You know, you got Bisham, Blackpool, Singleton, Kirkham, Wesham, Penwitham, big area as well, Walton-le-Dale, Bamber Bridge, and you've got Blackburn and Wiltshire. So, you know, the map that we normally start on is this part. We've even got Darwin, Belmont, Horwich, the start of Bolton. So I think it's a really good, you know, map that you can be in. Now, I just don't want to save it now, so just bear with me. Exit. So there is thingy. There's another game that I was tempted to get back into, but I don't know if it's any good. I bought it. It was one of the very first. Transport Fever 2 is really good, but it's got a high learning curve, and it's very resource hungry. But I don't know if they might not sell it anymore. That might be another reason. OpenTDT, that's pretty good. What was it? My friend was a massive fan of it. Cities in Motion 2. I don't even know if they still sell it anymore. It used to be really good. It's only a £5. Matty owns it. I've not actually played it in ages. I might just install it. It was basically it was like the sort of the first game for. Sorry for the message. No, it's fine. When I say fully game, I've got the holidays and the hotel one, but you just seem to use the standard CBM. No, I've got them all installed. I just don't click. Is there anything you don't own on your Steam libraries and all this? Do you want to know, like, my biggest thing about Steam library? I don't pay full price for Steam games. What I do is I buy humble bundles. I buy humble bundles all the time. So, like, this one, I might buy this later on today. It's got, you know, 3 or 4 games. It's got one game in there I might like, you know, like Farm Manager or Express Tycoon. I'll only pay £9 for them 10 games. You know, I just, when they come up, I just buy bundles of games. And the thing is, this is like XCOM. So I think, like, get your 17 items for $7.51. All them items for $7.51. Xbox Studio bundle. What's in that? Quantum Break, Wasteland 3, Age of Empires, Sunset Overdrive. Good game, that Sunset Overdrive. Really good. Ori, really good game. Again, you only have to pay. What will you get? We'll get 8 items. So, and you know, for all them, let's raise £49,000 for charity. That's all. That's where most of my my games have come from. I was opening the when I was opening the simulator shows, the main page, holidays and hotels, on the top left. When you load yours on the main page, it doesn't show that. Do you have a different version? I have the. Let's have a look. Mine will be because I have the creators version. Unless they've took it off me. Let's go back to my library. Let's have a look. I have a creators version. I did have a creators version. Because they gave me a free key for it. Yeah, I've got it all there. Just there in the top corner. Just show stream and then the thing appears on my screen. Just saw your streaming thing and then it appears on my screen. Omzi, I don't play Omzi. I want to, but I don't like it, I'll be honest. I just, every time I try to play it, I run into something that bugs me. Colossal Order. This is where I get copyright strike now. So sort of sandbox, you can just like, you choose like a city. And then you just have to build like transport hubs, if I remember rightly. I don't know, they haven't said. I've not had any information. I asked for some press information the other day and they didn't say. I'll just see if he's put anything up in 1 second. Even though it's on PC, I don't know if it's because it's first time use. Ryan. Yeah, I was mate. Harvester. It takes ages to load. I'll just have a look now what he's put in there. On 11th of April they put it up. But they don't have I don't think it's still priced yet. Oh, $29.99. There it is. $29.99. Oh, for God's sake. €29.99 euro. 30 euros. So I would suspect it'll be £30 English. My son has been watching Thomas the Tank Engine. I don't know if this game actually ever works now. If it's one of those that you need to just literally sit there and watch. I remember when I first got it, it was really difficult to play. So you just basically, I don't remember how to play it. You would construct is that a bus? What was that? A bus, large bus depot. And then you'd would you create a new line? So you go from there to there. I think that's. It's been a long time since I've played this. Basically, you create all these like little. It's a bit like City Bus Manager realistically, but it wasn't as. It was not as not as. It was not as it was more taxing this. I just don't remember how to play it. It's that long. Start alarm must be a defo. Yeah, I'll have to go back and actually figure out how to play it. But that was basically what City Bus Manager was. But yeah, the tram looks like a street light on rails. The graphics are good. But yeah, it's slow at times, but someone said uninstall it and buy the more basic version of the international green buses as far faster. 25 quid. You just all you need to do, right, in your City Bus Manager, just go into your DLC tab. Not your DLC tab. If you want it, you can just go into manage, properties, DLC, and just turn the DLC off. That's all you need to do. Just turn the DLC off, and that might help. The problem with City Bus Manager is it requires a lot of memory. Remember out there, it's quite memory intensive. Like the recommendation is 16 gig of memory. You know, minimum. Minimum's 8 gig. Recommended. I would never go for minimum. I always go for recommended. So 16 gig of memory. You know, and I'm running. Christ, what am I running? Taskbar. I'm running 32 gig, and and I'm streaming as well, so it's probably chewing it. The game you're playing currently doesn't look nowhere because City Bus Manager will turn off DC, speed things up. It might do. I don't know, but to be really honest, it's probably a memory thing. It's just probably I mean, like I played it on my old PC. Mine was a 6th gen Intel, and I started to struggle with it. I got lots of memory. I got a lot of memory and good RAM. Make sure it's installed on an SSD as well. But like I said, it's the map data. It's loading the map data. That's the thing that seems to kill it. I had it use a good chunk of 64 gig of RAM at one point. Yeah, it does seem to run away with the RAM. But I think that's just the way it's the way the map data works. I think on it. I think if you look in the support, I think a lot of people not support in the where is it in the discussions. A lot of people do start, you know, about problems with it and stuff. But like some of the scenarios that I built originally, once I built the scenarios, even I couldn't actually unlock the thingy. I couldn't load the city because it was just too big. I'll give you an idea. Do model railway content. Model railway stuff. So if you're not
Old House Super Shattered £1.99. Do model railway content.
Model railway is coming back. I'm just saving up at the moment for a new model railway. We're going for what we're looking for. We're going for an N-gauge layout. You heard it here first. Like I said in the discussion, they say F1 for it though. I think F1's the submissions kit tab to submit feedback. I mean, like that, right? I'm streaming, so I'm streaming a continuous scenario. I'm using a lot of data. You know. I mean, I've got a 12 core processor, but I'm still using. You know, I'm using 42% of my memory. F1 is just a report. Just a bug report. That's all it is. I'll break the map on this. No. Still test it later then. But yeah, your Russell one doesn't work. Other scenarios work fine. Yeah, the Russell one's massive, that's why. The Russell one had... The reason the Russell one struggles to load is because it has all the map unlocked straight away. So if I go to... It's a lot bigger. It needs to be updated actually. But this one's massive and it's the map data, and the other issue is the staff. I think it had quite a lot of staff in it as well. You know, like... I mean, there you go. Loading it for me. It's 14 out of 50. You know, but it's because it has 2 massive bus routes in it, or 3 massive bus routes. You know, and even on a normal, when you start it up and then start building it, before you even put the staff in. There's 3 bus routes in there. Technically, it's not 3. There should be 1 more. It's missing 1. It doesn't go to Burnley, but then you got a thing like all the staff. I had to get rid of all the bus drivers to even get it to load on most PCs. I see we're back on CBM. Yeah, we're just talking to Andy. Andy's a channel subscriber who's recently found City Bus Manager as a game that he really likes, and I was just explaining to him the precedent of how big the map data is. In fact, this one's still got one of my name on the back of it. Went out and put all the names on them, didn't I? There you go. It's a terrible photo, that. Terrible photo. But yeah. Yeah, I'll put all the fleet numbers on, didn't I? Yeah. I do like CBM, however, I'm a bit stuck out of ideas after... Is that how long you've played? Maybe you'll like my Southport map. Which I'm not going to unlock everything. I've had 148 hours. I find it relaxing. I really do. I can't help it. I just sometimes when I come home from work and I do have half an hour of it. Like I used to like a lot of arcadey sort of shoot 'em ups, but I just find they stress me out now playing online with people. I just like a nice little chilled afternoon. Might make a transdev save. Yeah, that scenario is big. That's probably why. The B network one similar size as your Rosal one. That opens fine as it makes my own one free play. I don't know. It might just be a case of it's because of the size of the map. I know the map has like something like 15, or it has 10. 10 unlocks, so it could be that. I made the 464 livery in CBM. You wasn't a doctor, yeah. Yeah, you picked the worst photo of me, didn't you? No, I like it, mate. I appreciate this. I think that was one. I think, if I remember rightly, that was one of the most popular. It was one of the most popular skins for like nearly a month. And it was still in the popular list. Last time I checked, I don't remember how I searched it last time. It might be because I didn't put it. But it was like up in the top, at least the top like 5 pages, but it might have dropped a bit now. You can get a record. Someone's put a record in there. Yeah, I'm sure it was in like the top 5 at one point. It were quite. I think someone. Any good on Train was like anything that seems similar to CBM. York Sightseer was my popular skin. Yeah, but I think that like got like saucy. I got quite a few. I'm sub to his YouTube channel. The problem is they don't know I'm talking to him. It's brilliant. I love it because of the fact that I don't have my name on thingy. Oh, you even put my YouTube channel on there, you gem. You absolute gem. A gem of a man. Have you looked at the Zudo's streetlight model? No. Do you know what? No, I haven't actually. I'm sure. Windows 11. Stop being a dick. Your favourites. Oh. I've not looked at a new one. Ooh. He does some good models. Problem is though, I'm sure I had a problem repainting some of his. I'm sure it's the. I had one of his I couldn't repaint, and for love nor money. And that's why the Reaver Ray paints for the new streetlights. I like the open top ones. Oh, yeah, a bit like I'm not too sure about open top buses. They really work in life. Certain places they do, but yeah. Right, so I'm going to leave you all. I can repaint some for you if you like. Ben, I'd love you to repaint some buses. Get some ideas. Join the Discord if you want to. Let me just put the Discord link in. Bear with me a second. I want to join Discord. Join the Discord. That's not the link for Discord, Anthony. Where's the Discord link? Onboarding, server templates, access, invites. Here we go. Oh, I fucking hate. Right. Because I'm streaming, it thinks I'm gonna show something, which I already have done anyway. Server invites. Create an invite link. Copy. Join the Discord. Join the Discord and we can talk in there because I don't have I don't get time to answer my DMs. If people send me DMs, I'm really sorry. I do try to reply to them all, but what happens is I just get so many notifications by the end of the day. I'm just like, where are these announcements come from? So yeah, right. Join the Discord, Andy. Discord is like a community thing where you can talk and chat, and I'm always on there. And I can answer questions quicker because, like I said, I don't get notifications for YouTube. I have to go into YouTube to get the notifications. Same with Instagram. If people message me on Instagram and I don't get back to you, it's not that I'm being rude. It takes me ages to get back to Instagram messages because Instagram doesn't send me notifications. Messenger on Facebook doesn't send me notifications. I know a few people have reached out that way. But yeah, it's just Discord is the quickest way. That's the only one I get. I guess I can show you how rubbish I am OMSI driving. My OMSI driving is mind if I ping you to let you know it's me? Yeah. You just send me a quick DM on Discord and I know it is, and I'll put notes and stuff and that what. But yeah, Discord is sometimes the easiest way to get hold of me. Just don't ping me loads because I'm driving most of the time. Right. Thank you all for joining tonight. It's been fun talking to you all. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. We'll get some form of schedule going soon. And let me know in the Discord what more content you want to see, and then we'll be able to get it all sorted. Thank you to the Doctor for moderating tonight. You're a legend. Thank you to everyone that's joined. Andy, Bob, not Ben. Thank you for the donations. Thank you, Peter, for some of your donations. Yeah, B10, 3990 Morgan, thank you very much for coming on. Transport Couple, as always, love you both. Look forward to see you sometimes in the new year. I didn't even know there was a stream or anything on Stream Libraries. No, was there? You know what I mean? So yeah, Cameron, Raz, thank you all much for coming in tonight. I appreciate you all. All that joined earlier, you know, Raz and all that lot. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. But eat, sleep, drive, repeat.